on Twitter, on Twitch TV, and in glorious high definition on YouTube. This is Barn in Effect.
Welcome to Barn's Premier League preview and prediction show. And today's match is Manchester City versus Manchester United. What a big game this is, and this proved to be the key fixture in deciding the destination of the Premier League title last season, and the early indications are that it could be every bit as significant this year too. Manchester United are the top scorers in the top flight so far this season, and on Sunday they make the short trip to face champions Manchester City, who boast the best defence in the league. City may have jumped out of the Champions League, but they are currently unbeaten in the Premier League, and that will now be their main focus in this current campaign. Of course, Alex Ferguson United will view this as an excellent opportunity to strengthen their position, as a win would lift them 6 points clear of their inter-city rivals. The Red Devils have won 6 of their 8 away games in the Premier League this season, and with their goal power they will be confident of causing their opponents problems at the Etihad Stadium. And believe it or not, Man United are in the unusual position of being the underdogs in this game, and personally I think it's going to be a draw, although United have yet to draw a single game this season. And looking at the goal scorers, well, the joint favourites to open the scoring are City's Argentine duo of Carlos Tevez and Aguero. The United pair of Robin van Persie and Wayne Rooney were the top scorers in the Premier League last season, and each are in a strong goaling form. And with those 4 players on the same pitch, and you know they're so talented, you got to be thinking that the goals are going to be on the cards. And there've been over 2.5 goals in 80% of the United League games this season, and that outcome really looks like it could be on the cards. But as these games usually go, you look at the fixture and you think, yeah man, it's going to be a massive amount of games. But, you know, it could be a cagey affair, and the 2 away games United didn't win both ended in 1-0 defeats, and this was also the deficit when Ferguson's men were beaten by CFR Cluj in midweek, and most significantly, it was the scoreline when these teams met last April. So let's have a look at the team news. Well, both teams have injury worries. Man City are likely to be out without James Milner and David Silva, who are both struggling with injuries. Man United will be without Tom Cleverley and Vidic, who are both struggling with their niggling injuries. But one thing to note is that Manchester City travelled to Dortmund in midweek, whereas United had a home game against Cluj. And if we look at the history for some guidance, we find that 20 of 34 meetings have been won by Manchester United, 9 have been won by Manchester City, and 5 of the 34 matches have been draws. And these stats do not reflect the current state of both teams, because Man City's recent rise into the elite European team, well, you know, that needs to be taken into consideration as well. And even at this early stage, we could be looking at, well, what is possibly a 6-pointer. And we'd all love to see goals, a 4-3, a 3-3, a 5-4, something like that. But something inside me tells me that it's going to be very tight. It's going to be a cagey affair, and neither team wants to get beaten. That is the main point, because if Man City win, they're right back in it. If Man United win, then it looks like even at this early stage the title could be theirs. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. And if you want to get your predictions in on the comment section below, please do so. I'm Robbo, or Barn in Effect. As always, thanks for listening.